I'm going to be demonstrating how to use the Practice Manager tool within SLPelliance by Alive Now. Once you're logged into your account, you'll notice Practice Management as one of the options in the menu at the top, so go ahead and click on that. This will load the Practice Manager for you. In the Practice Manager, you're able to manage your contracts, schedule sessions, write your session notes, and easily generate invoices. So the first step is that you will need to create your contract within the Practice Manager. You're not actually writing the contract, but just putting in the terms and the name of the district. So go to Client Management in the top left corner and select New Contract. You'll enter in the contract name, and I'm just going to do XYZ School District, and you'll see why in a moment. The hourly rate I'm putting in is 150. The contract start date, I'm actually going to put from last September. All right, and then the contract end date in the future, I'm going to put the end of June. Is direct time billable? I'll check that. Is the contract signed? I'll check that. And then click on create at the bottom. Now that you have a contract, you'll notice that I have ABC School District as an example and also private. You can use this to manage your private clients as well. In this case, there's no school district name, but just put in private or your actual client's name. So now we're ready to create a client. New client. The first name, sample, student. The client's date of birth, I'm going to put some date in the past and in a previous month, so you'll notice how it generates that date for you. It generates the years and months, and then click on next. Now you'll need to associate this client with the contract. We just created XYZ School District, and if you have the school name, you can put that in. If it's a client that is a private client and not associated with a school, you can just put the client's name again, enter their grade, and then an email address has to be entered here, whether it's the school district contact name or if it's a private client, their actual email address. You can even put your email address, but there needs to be one in this field. So now you can either enter another client or just return to the dashboard. We've created a contract, we've created a client. Now let's go and schedule a session. You can do this quickly from the quick access menu, or you can go to the menu again on the side. And in this case, you would select sessions. You can do schedule session or take a look at your calendar. I'd actually like to take a look at my calendar. This is showing the current week, and you can go to the previous or the next if you'd like to schedule something in the future. You can either navigate to this menu and create a new session, or just click on a spot within the calendar, or even click on the plus sign. There are several ways to create a session. I'm going to create one in the past. Let me do May 1st. The session type, you need to choose whether it's in-person or remote, and individual or group. So I'll select remote individual, how long the session is, the client's name, and then billable is automatically checked for us. I'm putting the session time. I clicked on the calendar, so it defaults to what I clicked on. I do want this to recur for us, and it's going to be every 1 week on Wednesday. It's starting May 1st, and then the end date, I'll just put the end of June because that's the end of the school year per what I put into the contract. Select OK, and then create. You'll notice that the session pops up right here, and if I go to next, it will also show next week as well. So let's go ahead and pretend we've had the session, and now we're going in to write the notes. So click on the pencil icon, and this is a recurring session, so you want to edit just this one and select OK. There are two things you'll need to do here in order to make sure that this will show up on your invoice as well as show up correctly. Billable is automatically checked, but we'll have to change the status to complete. I would recommend you doing that after you edit the notes. So let's go ahead and put the notes in now. I worked with sample student for 30 minutes. The child was engaged during the entire session. Whatever you're going to write for subjective, and then across the top, we're going to objective. We worked on S in the initial position of words. We played whatever you're going to write there. And then your assessment, S initial words, let's put 60%. And then your plan, and a practice activity for homework. All right. And then scroll down and we're going to do update notes. Click on that. And then once you click back to this is just right below it, or you can click off to the side, you're going to change your status to completed and then scroll down and click on save. And now we have the session that has already been completed. This one is great because we did do our notes and change the status. If I go to future sessions, those are in blue. So that means we have not had those sessions where we haven't changed the status to completed. Now we are ready to generate our invoice. So let's go ahead to our menu in the top left corner, select billing and create invoice. If you need to add indirect time, you can do that now. The contract we're generating an invoice for is XYZ School District. For the start date, I'm just doing for the month of May. And then get sessions. Obviously, it's not the end of the month yet, so we haven't had these future sessions. The one that we did complete shows here with the direct billable time, so you know that this one is going to be calculated in the total invoice amount. So let's create the invoice. Click on this button. It's going to just confirm that you want to do this, even though there are pending sessions. So this is a nice reminder for you if you need to go back and change those sessions to completed. Click OK. And then you'll see the invoice summary down here. And to download the PDF that you're going to send to the school district, you'll click on download PDF. And that will open a nice PDF document for you that you can then send in an attachment to the school district. So it has a summary at the top, so they see the total amount. And then on the details page or pages, you'll see all of the sessions that you've held, including the student's name, the date, the amount of time, and even the billable amount for those sessions. So that is a quick overview of the practice manager. There are a lot more details that you can go into. So I encourage you to sign up for a free trial and explore. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. Thank you.